The forge has gone quiet, the bellows blow no more. The forge has gone quiet, the smiths have gone home. Only fading embers remain, and my hearth grows cold. One kiss from you to rekindle it all.
Okay, we're back for Queen of Embers, episode 16. At this point is when Jonah kind of leans in to tell his story about what happened. And I took those six people to the island, and they said, "Hey, Jonah Sparrow, wait for us here. We got business." And I'm asking myself, what business would you have at a burnt-out old abbey in the middle of a spa that don't do no damn good for sickness? Right?
In the middle of the night. On that night.
On Penumbra. So I waited it out like they said. And then came these weird lights over the island, and sounds no words could describe. I remember hearing like this screaming and these weird birds, and then this horrible stench started billowing forth from the island. After all that, the reek. And I was just about to hightail it out of there. I'd already lifted anchor and I'd grabbed the oars ready to get out of there. And one of them cloaked people, an older gentleman, holding his left arm like this, ran to the ferry, and we got back here so quick, back in the Bastards River in the Riverside. I left the old man at the docks. I moored my boat up, and I proceeded to get drunk, just ward away all the weird shit that happened. Oh, it was horrible. I keep getting this thing in my head since then, the sound and what happened. I can't get rid of it. He grabs your drink and begins to drink deeply. Every time I go down and lay down at night, I just keep hearing that sound of those birds. Ugh. He shakes his head. He kind of collapses almost in the chair, just kind of leaning over his drink, and all of his bluster and whatnot just kind of fizzles very quickly. It's like if you'd extinguished a candle.
Jonah.
Yeah.
Oh. Is that Bailey now, Abbey? Or Messiah? Bless the water?
She blessed the waters in Rovania, outside of Baleen Abbey, an old spot.
Baleen Abbey.
There's a...
Baleen Abbey. There's stories about Baleen Abbey. Why can't I remember the stories? What are the stories? What are the stories? I don't know, but I'll remember.
I don't right now know.
Jonah, we're friends. I like you.
I like you too.
We're good friends. Right.
We'll be back to drink tomorrow.
Did those fellas come back?
Only one of the six. That fella, old man,
Question.
holding his elbow like this, and his hand was, he said, "Jonah Sparrow, you give me something to hide this with." And I took off my cloak and wrapped it around his arm. And,
What was the matter with him?
well, now it was dark. Can't rightfully say, but he looked hurt. But he's the only one who came back, and then that damn reek, that smell came from the island. The lights were gone. The screaming stopped. The sound was in my head. And all I could hear was the birds on that island. Damn Oh, so weird. I can't get the screams out of my head. He kind of stumbles backwards and falls to the ground, collapsing, dropping his drink.
Whoa there, partner. I'll help him up.
It's like the Leviathan's ass burning itself on my head.
Have you been back?
Gods no. Why would I go back? He says, kind of pleading.
I don't know.
That fellow
Well.
that made it. What was his name?
They gave me their names. They knew who I was, but
Was he?
not
okay?
even Mrs. Whitehouse knew who they were.
How much would it be if we wanted to go back?
You want to go there? He says, kind of stammering for a moment.
Yep.
You need to make a hard charm test.
All right. It's gonna be a 16% chance to succeed.
16.
Can I at least assist in that?
Man,
Sure, if you have a skill rank in charm.
I succeeded.
What?
I rolled 15.
Oh my
I was
goodness!
like, I definitely do, but that helps.
He seems almost taken aback and suddenly like smooth as silk, like Warren just busted out.
Yep.
You intended to try to figure out what's going on there, and y'all the good people.
Trying
If you
stuff.
can get this smell out of it, or sound out of my head, I guess I can take you there, but I'm telling you, the place is cursed.
Oh, I know it's cursed, but our intentions are pure. We intend to get this reek out of here, because if we don't, who else is going to do it? Everyone else's eye is going to be stanky, just like his, just like yours.
We're gonna go. We gotta do it at night. We go during the day, the Brigandine patrol boats probably catch us.
Night it is.
Alright.
Tomorrow night. Then.
Tomorrow night.
I gotta
Maybe.
see a man about a horse, he says, as he kind of stumbles off, which is a euphemism for him to go piss. You do not see him for the rest of the night. He disappears.
Well, that settles that.
I didn't find out what I wanted to fucking know. Where did he drop this guy off at? It wouldn't be that hard to find somebody with a fucking wounded arm. We could beat the piss out of him, get that information. What the fuck was going on there?
Well, perhaps,
Amelia saw him though, right? You
right, maybe she can describe him a bit
saw- Let's see
better.
that. Let's see to that.
Her and her sober eyes.
I want to walk into this blind.
Do we want to get back to the boss man? Tell him what.
Give me 2 minutes.
Alright, let me.
I think she put something in my drink.
Oh,
did.
it was booze.
Liquor.
You approach Amelia Whitehouse.
Where's she?
It looks like y'all talked his ear off all night.
Chuck, you've had to kick him out at least.
Well, we ain't shuttering our doors, so you stay as long as you want. Drink up. We ain't got no lodgings, but you're welcome to stay and eat and drink.
I appreciate it. I think one of us has found themselves a little too deep in their cups already, so we'll be back again. I got one last inquiry for you before we wander off into the night.
She nods.
These fucking fools that wanted to go off and look for haunted places in the dark. You described one of them who came back. You know who he was? Said you'd never seen him before. Could you describe him? Know where I could find him?
And the fellas who came in, they were dressed in big brown cloaks. I mean, you could barely even see their faces, but a couple men, a couple women, I believe. One of them, though, the foremost of them, had a big old droopy white mustache. Can't say I recognized him or his voice. I don't know exactly where he was dropped off. Hearing what little bits of the story I heard from Jonah.
That ain't a lot to go on.
Wish I could help.
I know you do.
I keep it my business, stay out of people's business in order to get good business. If you understand my meaning.
I do. You know where he docks up?
Riverside. It's right outside. Not far from here. There's a jetty. You'll recognize this old jalopy, she says, a term used in Durandal to describe an old broken down smuggler's boat.
Nice. I'll say silently as I turn about.
You adjourn outside. It's nighttime. It's dark.
Head back? Head back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you good, Warren? New boss? You hear what I said? New boss.
New boss.
New boss.
See,
There's a little bit of wind and a little bit of
boss.
wind and a little bit of rain.
everyone doubted me. The job I did, no, I'm taking all credit for it.
Yeah, I think Warren took a lot more.
I didn't get him to do anything. I'll tell them what I know.
Oh, we should get in before.
Some
Well,
folks, some sort of religious garb, monks, priests, something like that. They were who was with him. Gotta see if we can poke around here in the morning and find the one with the fucked up arm.
There's stories about Baleen Abbey.
you find your way back to the cloakroom, soaked to the bone. Mm-hmm. When you adjourn around sometime toward the witching hour, when you can hear the bells.
Can we retrieve our weapons on the way back?
Yes, absolutely. The bell, as you're making your way through Messiah Square back to the cloakroom, and you can see it's kind of glimmering, kind of pale light with the moths gathering around the panes of glass. You can hear the tolling of the bells at the witching hour. Dun 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 dun. And they come from different parts of the city.
Sorry, Klaus.
Sorry, Lars.
Sorry, Lars.
Sorry for the copyright infringement. But you can hear the bells that they're pealing almost like in together, like in some sort of clearly like a melody, like there's a toll across different parts of the city.
Did you ever notice that?
It's kind of weird how they get it all in a tune. Like, they must be really good at it. Just knowing right when to pull the.
Well, they practice every day. I can get it. Every day.
Inside the
That's not that funny.
inside the cloakroom you go. As you see the flash of lightning outside, the rain is now coming down, pattering against the glass panes, and you move almost from one place, which was soot and earth and smoke, to the cloakroom, which is soft and comfort and polished wood and dark bronze colors and Renaissance kind of trappings, candles burning up on candelabras, a place that is far more upscale. The rain did little to wash away the dirt from your clothes and such. The soot still clings to your clothes, and you're still mostly dirty. But you managed to clean your faces off as you adjourn with Terwin Forrester. It's clear they've been drinking, but they have a look of determination upon their faces.
It looks like I missed out on a good time.
You did.
I bought.
Ah, it's good to see,
I mean, he didn't make it like.
His face is completely flushed red, as if he's been drinking all night.
good to see you put forth for the group efforts. It comes round.
Wouldn't say it was making it rain like my lords do, but he did well.
Didn't need to in this place.
If-
There's pennies to drink.
Making it.
Making it rain like my lord in that place would have cost me a shilling.
It's a good thing that we brought along someone who knows how to spend money.
Yeah, lifetime of it.
Right.
You made a good
Alistair
choice.
did a good job.
Oh,
It was really Alistair who did everything. But
I didn't do anything.
he used his lordly ways of moving the jink around. And it was impressive. It was like watching my father dangle coins and saying, "Do this for me," and they all did it. It was...
The cloakroom at this time of night is actually fairly quiet.
Oh, I thought we adjourned to our room.
You're at the cloakroom. You're back. That's where you were keeping Kip.
Yeah,
For this
yeah,
game.
but we had a private room.
You do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll head
I think it's-
upstairs, and
We're gonna talk.
the door will close, and you will close the windows. It's a cold autumn rain. The cold autumn rain.
The cold November rain.
Yeah.
It is a cold November rain. Oh my god. In the cold November rain.
You guys, I got a
We're
situation
ripping off every
developing. I
80s
gotta head
ballad.
out in just a few
Hey,
minutes.
they're covers.
You gotta get out.
I gotta hear just a couple.
Okay.
I gotta finish up.
It's called covers.
Yeah. So,
I found something anyway.
Alistair, why don't you tell him what we found?
I'll explain the situation of the story to him and relate the tales of the Lonely Island. Not the comedy trio, but the
So we're gonna
seeming
go on a
ritual.
boat, and it's gonna go fast, and
Yes,
I gotta buy myself some nautical themes.
like a boss.
Yes.
Is it?
Like boss.
Right. So it's not the traveling troupe, it's the island.
Right.
Baleen Abbey, yeah.
The one with all the stories.
So
Apparently
I
so.
don't know anything.
Look,
See, I don't know the stories around these parts, but
What are
apparently
the stories?
I don't know either.
Well, you know what all the stories are about, right? You've never heard them? Oh, they shut it down.
well, I heard that now.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
heard
because
soldiers burnt it to the ground.
right. Well, what?
Well, that's what
Oh yes.
they said.
Right.
A whole bunch of folk went crazy in there.
It was a school for making warlocks.
What?
Warlocks.
Oh, magic-y wizards.
Yeah.
Well, wizards use wands. Warlocks
Oh,
are different.
Right.
demon wizards.
Yeah. Wizards use wands, and that's what we saw last night. We saw a wizard. No, these are where they made a law knights.
That's something.
Yeah. And they had all sorts of strange things that they was doing. They take people in there, and some of them come out missing pieces. They take dead people in there. They ain't got no burial lot inside. Yeah, they was doing some real
Cutting them up. Who knows what?
Do the
warlock
War
type
Knights
stuff.
wear grey robes?
Dark. Sometimes, they start off black and then, well, they turn grey.
I think they described the robes that these fellas were wearing as brown.
Brown. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that means anything or not.
That doesn't.
Got a hood on it.
I don't know.
They allow facial hair, so they aren't one of them types.
I don't know nothing about no brown robes.
Do we take this to Hexenstone?
He may have some.
He said find the root. Are we done? Or do we need to actually go and verify this?
He may have something to say about it, but I'm afraid, and I'd be open to into everyone's interpretation. But I'm afraid we'd just tell him and he'd be like, "Oh, well, thank you, but that's all."
I mean, we got the hearsay of some old drunk.
Yeah.
No offense. He seems like a nice guy, but he's a drunk.
And so
So
you
we
said,
gotta know for sure.
And so you said that we have to go at night.
Well, that's the only way he's gonna go.
So I got an idea.
He's a
I got an
riverman. Smuggler.
He's a smuggler. let's face it.
All right.
I got an idea on this. So, you don't want to give your sword up because it's your granddad's. You got that.
I can't.
Same.
Well, we
Can't,
spoke
whatever it is.
with the guard, and he said that
I don't know.
we could pay the man, and he would let us in.
I was there.
I'm not going to pay him. I pay that scum. We'll have him pick us up at Lovelock Bridge. It's on the bastard. It's on the way. Why the hell would we even go back to Riverside? You and I, or you and Alistair, can go back to Riverside tomorrow, buy Jonas some drinks, tell him to meet us at Lovelock Bridge. We'll have the cash there. Cash from the barrelhead.
We have all the bring our own weapons.
And then you bring your weapons to Lovelock Bridge. You hop on the boat and you go.
See, yeah, that's good thinking.
I've had a number of poor experiences of jumping on boats at Lovelock Bridge in the past.
Yeah.
My favorite thing.
I'm not going to say jump off the bridge. Just go to the river edge.
It's fine.
I mean,
That way, there's no issue.
Let me go to Riverside tomorrow. If I can't find what I got, I'm going to see if I can find the one fucker who knows what's going on for sure.
the one you said had something happened to his arm.
Yeah.
With the white mustache.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's the only one that truly knows. I sure should like to know before we go walk into that place.
Okay.
Well, if they did some wizard type stuff or some warlock type stuff, then none of us have them skills. You fight magic with magic, right?
Sometimes you can.
Well,
Hey, well,
you
I'm not
gentlemen
saying.
are silly.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're still there. They shut it down.
So, and I'm still confused. I never saw a wizard one at the other night.
He had 2 wands. You didn't
hear him?
at least hear him?
He's done shot 2 people dead.
Oh, you mean gunpowder weapons?
Pie shot.
Right.
Wizardry.
I was so confused. You're just superstitious. It totally makes sense now.
Very superstitious.
So the warlock thing is just some other.
No, that's a
Well,
it's a magic wizard.
It's just as real as wizards.
Them who go and sort with demons.
You know, I was saying that pie shot smells like magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it is.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I think I'm confused and I need to sleep.
I think that sounds like a good idea for everyone.
Yeah. So
So you all will rest for the evening, Walter. We'll see you next time. Cool.
See you guys.
Yep.
See you guys next week.
So yeah.
Yep.
We will continue on. Tim, you want to swipe around where Walter was sitting?
Yeah, sure.
So you all rest for the evening and awaken the next day. The smell of the reek is ever present, obviously. You all did not sleep very well that evening either, as you'll awaken to imperiled. The smell is overwhelming. Everyone, as you kind of come out in the streets, are bleary-eyed, whether they've been impacted by the stench of the reek, or they just haven't been able to sleep. The smell is horrendous.
Before we leave the room, I take the time to see Terwin's wounds, if he has any.
I am lightly wounded, so
Okay.
it should be automatic.
All right. Cool.
Mended.
Yay!
It's an advantage.
Since the beginning of the campaign.
Landed bandage.
And I'll take my eye drops, if you'd be so kind.
Sure.
Difficulty?
It will be routine.
Okay.
Routine heal.
64.
Use the dose of Dwell to treat the reek stink.
And that is a success with 49.
Nice. So you can ignore the effects again for today.
I'll mark another day.
Get your finger out of that eye.
I need to take
Well, the drops do help, but
I need to take my tincture.
All right. One corruption for that.
Yep.
So, it is early day. Do you wish to wait until the evening?
Yep.
Elisa and Alistair will join you later tonight. they will ensure that Jonah Sparrow will meet you at Lovelock Bridge.
So, while you lot was gone, I thought I'd visit Lieutenant Reich.
Alright.
Because I was under the misunderstanding that Lieutenant Reich was the top man that we had access to for the Burgundy. But it appears that Lieutenant Reich and Sir Leland is peers. So
it's broken by districts,
yeah.
like they do in almost every major city.
Alright.
Right.
That makes sense.
Well,
There's got to be somebody over Leland.
yeah, but I mean, I ain't got any way in with them. So, I thought I'd ask a little bit about, what happened at the beginning, with Druce and that woman.
I think it turned
He was poisoning the children and setting them up to be slaved off, and I felt like there was a bit more that he could tell me, but he said I was getting a bit too familiar because I was trying to be friendly, and just be personable. And well, sometimes I'm not always the most personable, and so I come off a bit strong. Well, I think there's a bit more to it, even though I think we should be focusing on this. I don't want it to slip our minds. I want us to keep.
So the woman.
Yeah, she was executed though.
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah.
They hung her like not even.
Right.
But it wasn't even 24 hours. It was
So
the next morning.
So I asked if they gleaned any information from her,
Yeah.
and that's when.
He turned sour.
Yeah. So, I don't think that he's got anything to hide. I just think he, thought it wasn't none of my business.
I think
Well, he knows you're working for the king or whoever. Ukraine. Why would he want to hide it from you?
Well, not everybody recognizes the authority that we have.
Well, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, but it's not like it's you either do or you don't. It's a varying amount of degrees.
So he thinks it's some sort of a need to know type of thing.
Yeah. So we may want to just keep that in mind. And also, he said he'd give us 5 gold if we brought him juice.
Is it dead or alive?
I don't know. I didn't ask that. I mean, they was trying to get a reward for Drew's dead. That lot that
Probably either way.
yeah.
I mean,
So even if it's 1 gold, still enough to
not just dump his body in the river.
yeah.
Well,
Was there anything we need to do before we go to this place?
anyone we want to talk to?
I wish I could remember the stories about Baleen Abbey. There's something about that place.
I mean, we haven't talked to Chandler. in a couple
Childhood
days.
stories.
Well, of anybody that I've met, I imagine there's 2 people that would know. And that would be Alexia Thrice Broken. And no, I'm getting my lore confused. So, sorry, not Alexi. There's only one person I've met, and that will be Elisa's friend.
Hexenstern?
Yeah. Isn't he a lore knight?
Yeah.
Well, he's liable to know then.
Liable to know about it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I mean,
I just want to know what we're getting ourselves into.
well,
Like Alistair said. What are we getting ourselves into here?
Nothing good.
Perhaps
You're
then-
talking warlocks and wizards and Jonah.
All right.
I think he did see something, or he at least heard something.
First off, do you trust E16?
No,
No.
He's an lore knight.
of course I don't. I mean, is it plausible that you can predict that this person is going to assassinate the Baroness? No. He's part of the conspiracy.
Well, I mean,
He is the conspiracy.
what isn't it in the stars?
No. Nothing. That's nonsense.
Well, yeah, but
That's superstitious nonsense
It's
that
not
wood
nonsense.
witches and fools like him believe.
Hey, you saw that wise woman. What do
Well,
you-
yeah,
and then you think all this still?
how do you think they figure out you're dooming?
Well,
They know things.
I guess you have to believe in your dooming to. I mean, when's your dooming? Is it?
Well, no one knows for sure quite when. But
Yeah,
No,
I
they
know.
do.
it's more the how.
I just know, yeah. I mean, it's twice for poison, thrice for a kiss.
Yeah. What the hell does that even mean?
Means you watch out for it.
Yeah. If a kiss is going to be 1.5 the amount of a kiss, I mean, yeah, then poison, well, that's an expensive kiss. Don't buy that kiss.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Warlock again on that.
You know, you keep naysaying. One of these days, you'll know.
I mean, I'm just saying,
So, I'm sorry.
if we're going to go up against someone with magic, I mean, it might not be a bad idea to have an Aurora Knight on our side.
So that brings me back to my original question. Do we trust him?
No.
I trust that he can.
Uh-uh.
I mean, if he's hiring us to figure it out and shut it down, then
I trust him to, if it's something that his order caused, trust him to leave us on that island dead.
So,
I mean, we can ask him. I figure those lore knights don't want to get their hands dirty.
right. I mean, we want to know what we're getting ourselves into, so let's weigh the risks of talking to him first.
Can we just go to, I don't know, where's the local chapel? Where's the local cathedral?
You think they've got a lower night stationed up there?
No, just go ask someone of the Covenant, steward or the martyr.
I don't think they really know what was going on in Baleen, because
There's children's stories. Do you know what they always say? My dad always said there's always something. There's always something. There's always truth in children's stories.
Yeah, the whole thing.
yeah, like,
Warren, some days you catch me off guard.
I forgot to indicate because you woke up from intoxication, you covered no peril. You're at the current peril condition track you were at,
Right.
so you're still at -1 skill rank.
so, I mean, okay, cutting the chaff here. So, we could probably find out a bit from Exenstern about Baleen Abbey. They'd probably tell us it was a school for people who were above and beyond.
Right. He'd lie.
But he could give us some insight as to what we're getting ourselves into.
Or he could just tell us to stay the hell away because it's church land.
He could do that, and again, there's the whole notion of maybe we're not coming to him with much, but if we was to come to him with just that, then perhaps it would be a little bit more, like, hey, we plan on going, but before we go, we just wanted to, touch base with you so we knew what we was getting ourselves into, and then it would make more sense to talk to him. But if we go, yeah, it's coming from Baleen Abbey, well, that's it. I mean, you heard that from a guy who had a drink.
Well, if we're going to be looking into it, and we know there's all kinds of magic-y weirdness going on there, then I suppose maybe he can help us out. Maybe he can give us some kind of a magic amulet or something to ward off all the bad stuff.
And you weren't there, boss. I don't believe a fucking word Jonas says about anything else. He's a blowhard.
Uh-huh.
The fear on that man's face when he talked about this.
Okay.
He was there.
Right, so from what you said,
He was there.
There was light and there was birds. And then the stench. And the man had something wrong with his arm.
Yeah.
That seems like magic to me. But
I don't know.
There was something about the way he said it, though. Like, he was trying to explain something that
He says he still hears.
was something wasn't quite right. He couldn't quite explain.
so, here's,
You know what I'm saying?
He did say those words.
again, to bring it back on to point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want her concerned. I don't trust him. I think he's as
So-
culpable as whoever they killed that was supposed to have tried to kill the Baroness.
So
Well, he's-
we should not go and talk to him because
That's up.
if Elisa weren't going and making sure right now that we were having the boat, she would say, "Oh, he's my best of friend," and yes, I trust him completely.
Well, she ain't here.
Well,
then you make the choice, boss, because
Yeah, time out here. Let's ensure we're not talking about Elisa because she's not here and cannot give her feedback.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite sure how to handle that.
Yep.
so yeah. I mean, at this point, boss, I've given my opinion. So make the decision.
Well, I don't trust the man, but maybe he can, since our mission is aligning with what he's doing. I
He's-
assume.
he's the one paying us for it.
He is our patron.
So maybe he can help us out. I think we can trust him in this piece, this little piece.
I agree with Warren.
I don't trust him at all.
So you think he just sent us to our deaths or what have you?
Yes.
I mean, but why? Why even go about it in such a silly way? He could just have us killed. He could have done it a number of times.
Well, if we find out where it's at, we tell him. And if we go and die there on the island, it's still no loss to him. He finds out where it's at.
Right,
He
but
can tell the Baroness he's done his job.
he wants to get it done as best he can, so he'll help us out the most he can. That's what I'm assuming.
Well, that and if we don't talk to him, and there's something to die from on that island, we'd still be dead. So we may as well talk.
Well, I guess you've made your boss. You
All
made
right.
your decision.
Let's do that.
Finding Hexenstern, recall that he comes here in the evenings to dine after his business is finished with the Baroness during the day. And you must hope that it is not a high holy day either. So anyone here have education? Okay. You will recall from your palm book. You will go through your what do they call that? A chat book. You will flip through your chat book and go ahead and make an education test. This test will be easy for you.
Okay. 68. 84.
Ooh. Where you roll that?
You guys want me to roll that?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Because otherwise we're not going to know whether he's
Score
going
your point,
to be
please.
wasting our time or...
94.
Oh, jeez.
You
I've failed
search
every
through,
test
you,
tonight.
your memory doesn't. The book doesn't quite jog your memory, and frankly, you weren't really paying close enough attention when you were in well, not forming school, but
Divination was
Primary.
never my forte. I liked mathematics and science.
Well, back in Gralstead, we kept our Sabbath and what have you, but you got to work, so we did.
Yeah, as I said, divination was not my strong suit.
We're not leaving until night time, and he comes here in evenings before night time.
Mm-hmm.
Should you wait until, since it's not your contact, till she's around? I don't know. Again, I don't truly know. I'm fresh meat to the agency. So,
Well, if she shows up, yeah, we'll have her talk to him. But if she doesn't, before we leave, then we need to.
Do what we gotta
Talk
do.
to him anyway.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know the protocol on that, boss, but as long as you feel you're good.
If we gotta wait anyway, I'm gonna take some free time and go take a ride with Matthew then.
Okay.
It's been a couple days. It's probably all stir crazy in there.
You will get out and ride around for the day, and there is here in Messiah Square, it's pretty much the confluence of where people come in and out of the city. It's where they come and start and do their trade and head throughout the rest of Durendal. But there, you can tell as you kind of come near the bridge that separates Founders Square from Messiah Square, there's the Brigandine is still kind of.
Would I be able to exit the city?
Yeah, you can absolutely leave the city. It leads you to the Night Soil Collective, though.
Right, I was gonna kind of go more around and
Ride the countryside.
ride the countryside.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That way I can get up to like a gallop,
Yeah.
get a good workout on them.
No danger by any means.
Right.
So you're within sight of the city, and you can see that as the sun is beginning to set, and you're coming back to Durendal. You can see that dense cloud kind of lingers over Durendal, and out here the air is fresh.
Mhm.
It's actually good for your lungs.
Right.
And having spent the day out here will allow you to ignore tomorrow's effects of the reek, since you spent all day on the countryside.
Sweet.
Glorious constitutional.
Country air treat you good.
That's right. But you can see that over Durendal, or is called the Anvil, amid the iron-rich hills and the mining towns that surround it. You can see that lingering smog over the entire city. And once you come back, it almost feels like day to night, because the smoke, although it's not thick, it's like constantly in the air everywhere here. So it's like entering from like the light of the sun to the shade beneath large clouds. Like it's dramatically different.
Right.
And the smell of the reeking one just kind of fills your lungs, and you can see the folk here. But the day kind of passes. You go about some of your business. You'll need to spend money for food.
I do want to take the time to actually purchase
Oh, absolutely.
provisions for this adventure coming up.
I love it. Okay. You can absolutely do that. So in order to provision up, what is your social class?
My social class is lowborn.
Okay. So you will purchase the ingredients responsible for it to prepare your meal. You're preparing a meal for a lot of people.
So I'm preparing the meal for the group,
Okay.
and I guess if I have the coin, I would consider some of my companions' delicate palates, and
I do have a very sensitive stomach.
Compensate for that if I have the coin.
So aristocrats pay a
So
shilling.
not too rich.
Burghers pay 8 brass.
Okay.
Lowborn play 4 brass pennies. For what you're gonna do, pay 2 shillings.
Okay, so 2 shilling.
Yeah, everybody pays this money to eat for the day, by the way.
Okay.
This is your daily allotment of food.
Well,
It is
I'll buy a
expensive.
couple days of food.
I told him I
Okay.
would pitch in on his food, so I'll give him one of the shillings.
Okay.
Simple fare for simple folk, such as myself.
It's simple. 2 days provisions for the group. And then, if I have any extra time during the day, I'll try to find a situation where I can actually prepare this meal.
Absolutely. That won't be a problem at all. In fact, as you will prepare the food stuff. So go ahead and make a survival test.
Okay.
This will be you spend most of the day doing this.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not in any hurry, so it's a routine survival test.
Okay. I can actually use trade cap as well, but I don't have it trained, so I'll just go ahead and use survival, which is a 59. You said routine. Turns into a 69. And I rolled a 67, so that is
Nice.
a success.
So your food
with my
stuffs-
feast
go
or
ahead.
famine ability for the camp follower, I can have allied equal to my fellowship bonus, which is 3. Go up 1 step up the damage to condition track and recover to unhindered regardless of danger.
Ooh, that's super nice.
So when everybody chooses to eat that food, it'll be properly prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Now that is allies, that does not apply to me. So.
Well, it's you too.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah,
It
you're
wasn't
always
clear.
your own ally.
It wasn't clear in the book.
I am
so
my
I
own
wasn't-
worst enemy.
So I guess I would impart this bonus to, so 3 people total. Who one person isn't getting it, basically.
If
of
they
the
wish
4
to
of us
eat
here.
tonight, you can always keep the food stuff. Keep that in mind.
Well, I
It's
want to keep
provision.
it for tonight because, well, actually, also, so we're not resting tonight, is the thing.
That's right.
Well, yeah, we're kind of taking an easy day. I mean,
Okay.
I'm
So
doing
is
a bit
anyone
more.
low on the damage condition track?
I think we're all up now.
Okay.
Yeah, just hold on to it for a
I'm
I'll
while.
just hold on to
Yeah,
it
just
for
hold
now
on.
then, so I can just have it for later.
So your foodstuffs will, in this condition, will last for 3 days.
3 days. Okay.
Yeah, remember, somebody can only get the benefit of the meal once a day,
Right.
so they can't take 3 helpings and go up 3 steps of the damage condition track.
Go, 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 go. Eat
So-
your soup.
It's
It's good for the soul.
The soup stain frothing.
what is
Jesus.
Oh man, if only he had your soup.
So nighttime, Dan.
what are rations?
Well, you can purchase hardtack at a greengrocer.
I was trying to have these.
It is.
for a
I
proper
should
meal.
note that hardtack is equivalent to lowborn food. It is not appropriate for your for your palate.
Okay.
So if you wish to purchase something for the road, you may do so.
Wait.
And I'm looking.
I mean,
now.
just for emergencies more than anything.
It only lasts a couple days though.
Oh, will it?
Yeah, like the food I got has only lasted 3 days.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's right.
That was like salted pork or salted beef. And
Yeah, I mean it'll. We call it a ration for the book. We call it. What is it?
Trail rations or something.
No, it's not rations. It's
Provisions.
yeah, preserved rations is 4 brass pennies. And keep in mind that every meal you carry is 1 encumbrance.
oh, every meal?
Yes.
So if I'm carrying provisions for the entire group, that's quite a bit of encumbrance. Okay.
Or about
12 encumbrance.
Okay. That's more than I can carry.
just a lot of food.
Yeah.
I can hold some.
Okay. We can kind of spread it out throughout the group if we've got
I can do that. I can help with that.
And
Okay.
I can carry 3.
12 encumbrance, then everyone carries 3 or so. And
So everybody mark foodstuffs at 3 encumbrance.
Can I carry 1?
And then calculate your encumbrance limits.
Anybody actually take some
so
money?
I am at my max, but I'm not over, so I'm good.
It's not your max, your threshold.
For
Once
my
you
threshold.
pass your threshold, that's when you start suffering penalties.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Every point over your threshold, you lower your movement and your initiative by 1. When either one of those values are 0, you can no longer carry anything else. You must dump something.
That's what I'm saying. Can anybody else take more than 3?
Not without going over my threshold.
Yeah, I'm checking on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 79, 10. So I'd be at 10, 13. I'd be already over with food.
Okay.
So if you're over, be sure to recalculate.
Right.
Well, I'm going to ask when we, I guess if we're going tonight, I can't ask the people that aren't here. That's
right.
shitty.
I mean, I guess we're not bringing the horse, are we?
I
Not on a boat.
assume that horses and boats don't necessarily mix.
I was gonna say.
With
Right.
previous experiences.
I was gonna say, let's put on that. Never mind.
as much as I would love to bring Matthew,
He doesn't.
no.
Yeah.
So assuming you're going to probably meet tonight with Hexenstern. It's a lot of awesome music, by the way, from Sirenscape. I need to download it all. You will find Hexenstern in a small, kind of cordoned off area, as a private booth, if you will, here at the cloakroom this evening. Hexenstern he sidles up to the table and sits down. He tucks a kerchief into between the nape of his neck and the top, unbuttoning the top of his robes. Remember, he kind of wears robes. If you imagine the robes from like Game of Thrones, like Littlefinger wears, like with the pants and the robes over, it looks a little bit like that. He unfastens the top and he sits down. And he's clearly from the south. He's Gothric. He has that kind of look about him, dark eyes, dark as the storm and gray. His hair is brown. He's got silver wingtips kind of in there.
So is the robe.
But just a brown robe.
Brown robe.
Brown robe.
Does he have a white mustache?
He has no hair on his face whatsoever.
Okay.
He's
I didn't think him.
He's clean shaven.
Is it twirled? Like
It
an
is
evil
not.
villain. Okay.
Good afternoon, Herr Claviger, he says.
Good evening.
Good evening, rather. I am sorry.
It's alright.
The rest of you are here as well. Would you care to join me for a meal tonight?
Certainly.
Sure.
Alright. Thank you kindly.
I spoke to, how do you say miss in German? Fräulein.
Fräulein.
I spoke to Fräulein Elisa earlier. She said you were going to join me for dinner, so I am thankful that you were able to arrive on time.
It's good that she let you know that we was coming.
Yeah. Well, he says, he moves a stack of books and papers to the side, like a tall stack of books that are wrapped with a leather belt.
We found out a few things that has given us a lead.
We're jumping right in, are we? Good.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm not gifted with the gift of gab.
Well, I can appreciate directness. I would expect no less from the refrain. Please, go on. Tell me of your investigations.
Well, long and short of it is we had to do some favors to get some information. So
Yeah.
we did those favors, and the information that we got was that on the same night that the rig started, there was some strange happenings at a place called Baleen Abbey. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of Baleen Abbey. This happens the night of Penumbra, you say?
That's right.
He says, remarking for a moment, kind of taking his fork, stabbing his food, and proceeding to eat, cutting it carefully with a knife. I suppose it is not too surprising to know that these events have crossed between one another. Since the Leviathan's eye has shone into the Elia, the constellation above us, the fixation of the stars, he says kind of plainly. People have been reporting strange things in the city. Sarik appears to be at least one of those things. People irritated. People out of sorts. People taken by dreams and nightmares.
Yeah, my grandmother used to call it a choleric disposition.
It will pique the cholera, such tidings and types. He continues eating.
Plus, it really stings as I point to my eyes.
Yes, it is most unfortunate. I am very sorry to hear that.
We're trying to keep it under control. But he keeps sticking his finger in his eye.
Well, if this air just wasn't so darn dirty, I mean, I wouldn't have to be gutting the gunk out all the time.
Yeah, I hear you. I understand.
I mean, out in the country, the air was sweet. It was clean.
You're looking better today.
All
So
right.
say that.
So can you tell us about Baleen Abbey? I remember some childhood stories, fairy tales, or
Well,
boogeyman stories, whatever they're.
yeah.
Don't go to Baleen's Alley unless you want to,
Well,
I don't remember them though. I mean, it's been so long.
I must admit, he says, I am not from the Ruben Girdle, so the stories that I know of Baleen Abbey are few and far between. I have not made it the focus of my studies. My I suppose you could say my head is among the stars as opposed to the terrestrial realm, he says as he kind of motions with his hand indicating the world below his feet.
Well, tell us true at
To
least.
the celestial is my area of focus and not to the terrestrial.
Tell us true at least. Is there magic going on down there? We're worried.
Magic going on at Bailey Abbey?
Yeah. We heard the stories.
It's where, was it Messiah blessed the waters?
Yeah, this is true. This is a story that even we have heard all the way down in Kehebro. That Saint Messiah, when she had made pilgrimage from the south to the north, that along the way, here in Dorindel, in fact, they had named the square after her when she had voted away something evil. She blessed the waters and the spa near Bailey Abbey, and this has happened in the Second Age, I believe. Yeah, I've heard this story. The story of magic, though, what do you mean by that?
You know, not natural.
Well, unnatural, certainly, things you will find in the world around us, but there's usually a scientific explanation. It is to the stars that one looks to magic, but not to the world below.
So non-scientific. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Is that what's going on down there?
To be honest, I cannot tell you. I am no diabolist. I am,
Right.
as I said, I study the movement of the layers of the zodiac and the stars.
We're just worrying that if there is some kind of non-scientific magical little thing, if you had anything that would help us keep it from hurting us while we're down there.
Yes, I do.
Ah,
Good.
He pulls out a palm book. This, read the Librum. All you need to know to resist evil spirits is inside here.
I can't read.
Ah, this is most unfortunate.
I can read.
Those who cannot read pray, or consult with a priest or a prelate. I should suggest to speak with your local preacher.
Do you know any stories
Stories of.
the Abbey?
Well, I've heard some stories that the people tell around here. Most of it seems the fanciful stories of parents telling their children to stay in bed, not wander outside the city. The one that comes to mind, though, in particular, was during the border war.
The famine.
Well, that's the famines, the Red Death.
Red Death.
Red Death, yeah.
When the soldiers would begin to come back from the war, they came from as far as Vecna's Point. And when they came back to the city, they brought with them sickness, the Red Death. It infected many people in Dorindel. And the people who live on the other side of the city, they go to the abbey and they lock themselves up and wait for the sickness to pass. Well, the sickness did not touch them. The sickness came and went. Once the ports were blocked off from the Gothic, the people, the soldiers, when they returned, they were sent to the abbey to bring back their families. And the families, for the most part, were dead. But not from sickness. From superstition. From anxiety. From fear that their brother was going to kill them, each one another. Essentially, they filled it upon themselves. They were so filled with, how do you say in old? I'm not familiar with the word, when one is over concerned about something happening, but if they're not.
oh, you've got a paranoid.
Paranoia, yes. Yeah, that's it. From paranoia, it drives them mad.
Huh.
It is a sad, terrible story. It is one that certainly all Durandalese would know. Even I know the story.
Yeah, we know.
As far as I understand it, the soldiers burnt the abbey down and nobody goes to the island. It is considered forbidden.
Well, who forbids it? I mean, are we going to get in trouble if we go?
But you... trouble?
If it's forbidden, who's saying we can't?
Why are you going to the island in the first place?
Because we was following that lead. That's the only lead that we've got that really points anywhere.
Points to Zarik being there.
Right.
Well, at least it started
6
there.
people went there. They went
and only one came back.
Well, I do not know nothing about the law. I know the laws to abide by, but I cannot say what would happen to you if you go to the island. But who is preventing you from going there?
No one.
Well, you said it was forbidden. I just want to make sure.
You are too literal, he says.
Oh, okay. Oh, like you just don't go there because it's probably bad.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Forgive me. My old is not as good as I'd like for it to be.
So,
You try to speak plainly. I get it.
so you look at things of the celestial.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can see about maybe what's in store for us with the celestials?
You want me to read your fortune?
I don't really know if that's what you call it.
No.
I mean, I
Well, you must understand I am a royal astrologer to the Baroness. I am not
nope.
allowed by charter to practice.
Forget I said anything. Nope. It's okay. I understand.
Well, so we're just pretty much letting you know that's where we're going. If you don't hear from us, you know something amiss is going there.
Well, but you can't speak.
If you do hear from us, hopefully it's good news.
I do hope that your investigations come to some conclusion. It will be viewed with keen eyes by the Baroness. She has need of good, stable, good, earnest people. In particular, this could earn you, you call it, stock with the Lady Baroness.
Well,
Know that she is, although she is attending to her baronly duties, that this would be a way into her inner circle, or at least to gain her trust.
That'd be good to have.
yeah, plus it help people. I mean, I ain't just the only one with this kind of sting in your eyes. A lot of people, old people, young people, getting
That's what I'm
sick.
saying. If we don't do it, no one will.
But
Yes, you have. If you think this is a solid lead, then you should pursue it.
right, and if we can find that man to get some answers from him, we'll bring him to you.
Don't know what man you're talking about, but I trust that your investigations
I
are
thought-
far from over.
I
The
thought
one
there was a
man-
bonus for if we had found
That was
the
the other
person
one.
responsible. Am I mistaken?
The person responsible for the reek.
Right. To stop
Reek.
part of the pay, what I thought was to stop the reek. The other
But when
bonus
you
was
think
to,
as a person is responsible for the reek, what would give you this idea?
well, or whatever caused it. Because I'm thinking someone caused it. I think someone soiled that spring, and well, that's what we're having the ill effects from. That's just my belief.
Well, you should go and validate your hypothesis. Yeah?
All right.
Well, anyone else have any business for him? Or,
Yeah.
I think that we should perhaps take this meal in a more easy conversation and finish it in a nice manner. So, anyone else have any other questions for him?
Well, I'm good.
If in the spring is contaminated, is there something we could pour in it to make it good again?
I think that's something we ask the priest.
Yeah, maybe priests come back later. Well, we can check first.
All right.
Yeah, okay, that's it.
And then Terwin will start to change the subject towards more small talk nature so that we can have a nice meal because he remembered that he got straight to the point at the beginning of the conversation. He's going to try and recover from that.
Enjoy the rest of the evening before the dirty business gets
Right.
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Harper will eat, but with the intention of like, he wants to eat and then kind of finish to get headed
Yeah.
out.
So you will you will eat and share some small chit chat with Master Hexenstern, and the night will wind down, and we will stop here before you embark upon your trip from Lovelock Bridge to the Lonely Island. All right, everybody gets 100 reward points.
Corruption?
Corruption. Remember, if the die roll is equal to or less your corruption, you gain a chaos rank. I rolled 7.
I'm sure you're heartbroken about that.
Okay, I'm in order.
So, next week we will reconvene with Elisa, and Alistair will be back as well in full force.
I'm gone, remember. I'm in the Keys.
Oh, that's right, you're in the Keys. In fact, I think I'm out of town too, now I think about it. I think I'm in, I don't know, we'll figure it out though. But nonetheless, thank you all for tuning in to the Queen of Embers, and thank you for your patronage on Patreon. We will have this up on YouTube in due time. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in, and see you next week.
Next time.
See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.